Next up from Dedolight, we have Roman Zenz that's going to tell us about some of their lights. Roman.
Hi, thanks James. Hi everybody. So we've seen a lot of panel lights and a lot of soft lights, so I kind of want to focus a little bit on focusing lights. A lot of you might know the Dedolight from the 150 watt, the classic tungsten unit. Now it's been a couple of years that we introduced the LED series. So we have a whole series of LED starting from 15 watts going up all the way up to 225 watts. So this guy is somewhere in the middle. It's a 40 watt focusing unit. It's comparable to the 150 watt Dedolight Classic, and it has the same controllability that you want out of and expect out of a Dedolight. It has the aspheric lens system in it. It's focusable like from a beam of 4.5 degree to 45 degree, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to project on the background. So here we go. So we start with the 4.5 degree beam angle. And this specific unit is battery operated. You can operate it with a V-Lock battery or an Anton Bauer. This is a V-Lock, which we also sell, this one's great. It has the charger already built in. So you just plug this battery in the wall, no need for a charger. I love those. And this unit is also bi-color. So it goes from 2900 to 6500. And it has two LEDs basically under one lens. So you only get, when I flood it out, you see you only get one shadow. Very, very clean beam. So you get two LEDs. One is tungsten, one is daylight, and so you get and they're 240 watts. So you're not losing half your power, if you're going to one end or the other. So you have twice 40 watt, and we have the clean beam technology. So there's no color fringing. It's very evenly distributed, a very pleasing light, and focusing works with this ring here, and it just feel like if you have time, come by the booth later and just feel. I love the way that light just feels when you focus it. It's amazing. And so in order to control the light, we also have a light shield ring, which is behind the barn door. So without that, you'd have like some spill lights coming out to the side of the barn door. Do you see? So in order to prevent that, Dedo invented this light shield ring to prevent that from happening. So it's really very controllable, and as a lot of the previous speakers have mentioned, the sensors are so sensitive now, so you don't need a lot of light, you just need it in the right place, and you need to be able to control it and not have a lot of spill bouncing around. So that's where Dedolight comes in, and it's very controllable. So
now, is this the same lens technology that Dedo's famous for, that's been in the small tungsten units for so long?
Yeah, those are the aspheric lenses. There is one lens right in front of the LED, and then there is a lens in the front, and the way they work together, you get this huge zoom range from 4.5 to 45 degrees.
Plus you get a very sharp cut for just an open face unit like that. To have such a sharp cut is impressive.
Yeah, so you control it with the barn doors. They're 8-leaf barn doors, so you kind of, let me dim this down a little bit. So you can get this barn door in between the big two barn doors and just like really limit it, and just really get the light where you want it. So if you want to have more controllability over your light, you can also use it with the projection attachments that you might know from the classic Dedolight. And It's the same one, so if you already have it from your 150 tungsten unit, you can use the same one with the LED. And that allows you to project gobos or there you go. So either you can have it in focus, and you see how sharp the edges are, how high resolution this is, and like there's no color fringing, so it's really precise. And it's just great for adding texture to your light. If you throw it out of focus a little bit, and it has a lot of throw, like not bad for a 40 watt, I would say. And it comes with framing shutters, so you can have like a line, control it very well, or like have a rectangle that you can project on a bounce. So gives you a lot of flexibility. So that's the 40 watt unit. Any questions on this one?
Are the first generation accessories compatible with these new units?
The first generation lenses and projection attachments are compatible. Nevertheless, this is a new projection attachment that works even better. So the old one for the tungsten unit only has one condenser lens in the projection attachment, and this one has two now. So, but the old one will work, but this one will work even better.
Okay, let's cover your other light.
So this is our new panel light. It's called the LED Rama. It's bicolor. It is 225 watts, and each LED has a tungsten and a daylight component, and it's covered by a lens, each one of them. So it's not like a lot of panels where you just switch off half the LEDs, and when you go to tungsten or to daylight. And it's a very powerful unit. There you go. So this is all the way up at 6,500 and going down to 2,900. And it's a pretty powerful unit. It's passive cooling. There's no fan. There's it's a little heavy, because there's all this metal cooling units, the heat sink. The same with the 40 watt, by the way. There's no fan in it. It's all passive cooling.
So it's quiet.
It's silent, basically.
And it looks like it's DMX controllable?
It's DMX controllable, so is the 40 watt. Our lights are all DMX controllable. And yeah, it draws 280 watts. And the beam angle is 45 degrees out of this one. Yeah, so this is meant for the studio or on location, and it goes together well with our 225 watt focusing unit, which I also have, and I can show you at our booth.
Any other questions for Roman? How does it do bicolor?
Okay, it has each LED has a field for tungsten and for daylight, and it's covered by a lens. Like the two fields is covered by a single lens. So it's like each LED is split in half, basically.
Yeah, what are some of the different wattages?
So the whole family of LEDs and focusing would be, it starts at 15 watts, then the next bigger one is a 20 watt. This is the 40 watt. The next higher up would be 90 watt, and then we have a 225 watt. Yeah, and I have the 15 watt, which I can show you too. So this is what we call the Ledzilla, because it kind of looks like a little bit like a dragon, and but it's still powerful. Thank you. So this would be the 15 watt unit, and it's also bicolor, fully dimmable, and yeah, this is the 15 watts. It comes with a hot shoe mount, but you can also adapt it to mount it on a light stand. And there is a whole bunch of other accessories. Let me just show one of them. So this focusing unit that you see it with now is attached with a bayonet. So this comes off, the whole bayonet. And then there's a soft tube, and this one is the Chinese lantern, which I love. And just clicks on there. So now you have a Chinese lantern, and all those come off. So you can, again, you have full control over where your light is, which is especially important when you're using a soft light.
Very soft.
So dimmable, and here the bicolor. So that's just a very nice, onboard unit. Or I used it for interviews, like at night in the streets, so you don't destroy your whole contrast. It's just a very nice and pleasing unit. And Kees van Ostrom said before that it's tricky to mix tungsten and LED, which we've found to be true. And we did a lot of testing with our lights, and now it's virtually, you can't tell the difference with a LED tungsten quality Dedolight and a real tungsten Dedolight unit. We lit portraits from both sides, one side with a LED, one side with a tungsten, and photographed it with different cameras, and you can't tell the difference anymore. It's that good.
Well, very good. Thank you so much, Roman. Appreciate it.
Thank you.